Are you afraid to risk your hard-earned money in binary options? Well, BinaryOptionsCashback.com give you an ability to invest your money without the risk of the initial deposit. How does it function? Would you like to invest in binary options but it scares you to think that you could lose your money? 1. Select any broker from our selected web banners. 2. Open an account and deposit the recommended amount. 3. Send us an email to webmaster@binaryoptionscashback.com with the following details: name, broker's name, deposited amount, and the desired method to receive your money back, i.e. PayPal, money brokers, or bank account. And within a short duration of 30 days, you will get the return of the deposit. This advertisement comes with no obligations. We don't require any minimum amount of trades, and you can withdraw your deposit whenever you want. On the other hand, you can open an account with any or all brokers listed and receive a consequent refund.
Hello class, this is Brian from FinancialTradingSchool.com and welcome to BO 115 Trade Reactions. In this lesson, I'd like to cover some basic binary option psychology while trading. But note, this is not a general psychology lesson, which is why it's placed here instead of the GT series. But speaking of which, if you haven't already watched the general psychology lessons in the GT series yet, you should do so. They include GT 205 all the way till GT 209. 5 lessons total covering general psychology. So as the lesson title implies, I will be covering how you should react to trades. So for all the examples, we're assuming that you've already entered the trade and you're simply waiting for the trade to expire. There are a total of 4 outcomes, each with their own reaction. So let's start off with the common I told you so trade. So basically what happens is you enter a put trade, and for the duration of your trade, for the most part it's against you, and then right after expiry it goes in your direction. So your reaction to this trade should be positive in nature because you got the direction right, just the wrong timing. So what you need to do is work on your trade expiry. So for this I suggest you watch the BO 207 expiry time to help you figure out what expiries you should be trading. So moving on, we have the nail biter trade. This is basically a 50-50 luck trade, where it doesn't matter if you call or put, it's a really close win. For the duration of your trade, it goes against you and goes for you, so it's 50-50. For the most part, this trade is usually associated with luck, not skill, so you shouldn't be positive or negative, which means you should have a neutral reaction. A neutral reaction should lead you to seek out knowledge to acquire skill, because you don't want luck trades, you want skill trades. So for this, I suggest you continue watching my lessons or re-watch my lessons and keep practicing until you've understood how to trade. Don't rush, pace yourself, because acquiring a skill always takes time. Because if you rush, this is what happens. You get oh crap trades. Oh crap trades, basically what happens is you enter a put trade, for example, and it goes for you in the beginning, and then it starts getting choppy, and then it goes against you for the duration of the trade, and you lose by a mile. So in this case, you lost your trade, but you need to try to stay calm. And don't blame the markets, okay? There's nothing wrong with them. If you're looking for something to blame, blame your strategy. Keep in mind, however, that 100% strategies don't exist. Every strategy has good days and bad days. You have to forgive and forget. You can't let this trade weigh you down. Ultimately, what you're striving for is the Chuck Norris trade. If you don't understand the Chuck Norris reference, just Google it and you'll understand. Basically, a Chuck Norris trade is you enter it and then you win by a mile. So in this case, you enter a call trade. It goes down against you initially just to get choppy or whatever, consolidation, and then right after a couple minutes, it just goes for you, and then you win by, say, 10, 20 pips or something like that. So clearly in this example, you know what you're doing, but don't get overconfident either. Stay focused, okay? Because too much confidence might cloud your judgment. Winning by a mile definitely feels nice, but if you let it affect your other trades, then that feeling won't last long. Because if you start to take bad trades due to your overconfidence thinking it was good, but it's actually not, then you end up losing those trades. Then you don't feel good anymore. So as a summary, generally speaking, a win or loss within 1 pip is considered a luck trade. I would suggest you try to minimize luck trades and strive for more skill trades. Secondly, if you're losing by a mile, then you need to reverse whatever it is that you're doing, because clearly something is wrong. For example, one mistake I used to make was trade without knowledge of news. So basically, I would enter a trade, then lose by 20 to 30 pips. Needless to say, this doesn't happen anymore because I learned my lesson last year. And for this, for those of you curious about news trading, I suggest you watch BO 113 and BO 208, news trading. And lastly, if you're winning by a mile, then whatever you're doing, keep doing it because clearly it's working. So keep up the good work. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you want to help support Financial Trading School, you can sign up with one of my recommended brokers in the description below. In addition, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share it with your friends.